Well, hello, good morning, evening, night, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are on this amazing planet of ours. I'm Tim Cooper. I want to share with you something really important because basically there just seems to be this practice or this belief that in order to grow your business, to get known, to advertise, you basically got to do the same thing as everybody else around you. So you look at what other people are doing in your industry, and you basically copy them or you model them and do the same things. And that just seems to be the belief of what you do. No, monkey see, monkey do. And there is a real problem with that, because as soon as you just start to do the same things as the majority, that's when you just immediately start to blend. Okay, you blend in to the noise, because you're just, your message is the same, your marketing is the same, your services are the same old. And as we know, like, we're bombarded like 5,000 odd marketing messages a day. The brain is filtering so much. Like if the brain, if we were conscious of all the messages and everything that we saw around us, our brain would explode, right? There would just be too much. So there is a filtering system. It's called the RAS, the reticular activating system, and it filters what we know consciously, just to keep us sane. And so basically what that's going to do is that if it sees something that it believes it already knows, it says, no, that's not important, you've already seen that, and it just flicks it to the side. And so that's where people become blind to your advertising, blind to your marketing, that sort of stuff. Don't take it personally. It's their filtering system. It's not you. But that's one of the major problems. So as soon as you start to do the same things, model what everyone else is doing, you are just joining that crew. You are starting to blend in. The other thing too is just think about what your results are going to be if you model what everybody else is doing. Okay, so what can you expect to achieve? Now, well, Einstein said doing the same things over and over and over again, expecting a different result, it was the definition of insanity. So if you are copying or modeling what other people are doing, basically the results you can expect would be on par or on level with what they're getting. Okay, but because they might already be established in the business, they might already have a bit of posture, a bit of traffic already. So you may not even get the same results as them. They might have more money to put towards their marketing, their advertising, that sort of stuff. So once again, you may not get the same level of results. You might actually end up getting 10 or 20% less results than what they are by modeling what they're doing. Or alternatively, like if you do have a bit of cash and a bit of a marketing budget, you may do slightly better. Like you actually may do 10 or 20% better, but by the same token, you are still capped. Like you are still limited to that performance. Okay, it's only going to be performing as well as it is, and the variables up and down aren't massive. Okay, so what I'm saying is you're not going to go out and take the world by storm by modeling what you're doing based on what everyone else is doing. Okay, it's just not going to happen. Okay, so what do you need to do? Well, you need to be different. Different gets noticed. You need to sort of be a little bit disruptive. You need to just be able to, you don't want to go too far the other way so that people just get totally confused and have no idea what you do. So you've got to bend it a bit. So you've got to bend it but not break it, so to speak. If you're walking down the street and there's just a bunch of people, nobody really stands out. But if you're walking down the street and somebody walks around the corner and they've dyed their hair green or some other crazy colour, then all of a sudden they've got your attention, haven't they? Out of thousands of people walking down the street, they're standing out. Why? Because they're different, and now they've got your attention. Okay, so this is where you have got to look at avoiding that danger of just following the crowd. I think it was Earl Nightingale, and I can't sort of quote it perfectly word for word because I don't have it written down in front of me. But he basically said that, like, if you see the crowd moving in one direction, like if you see the masses moving in one direction, start walking in the other direction, because the masses are always wrong. Okay, that's what, and we see this so often. I think that the thing is that let's talk about it in from another perspective. Let's say that when you're following what everyone else is doing, when you're modeling what everyone else is doing, it's like wearing comfy slippers. Okay, it's familiar, it's comfortable. You're not stretching. You don't feel weird. You don't feel awkward, and you're quite happy for things to roll through. But the question is, where are those comfy slippers getting you? Right? The comfy slippers aren't going to get you out running a marathon or winning any races. They're not going to get you trekking to the top of the mountain, are they? The comfy slippers are going to have you chilling out on the couch, letting the world sort of pass by, and you just chill. And that's the analogy I like to sort of draw to the modeling what everyone else is doing. You've got to stop it, right? You've got to stop it. One way to be different is to look outside your industry for what are people in other industries doing that are successful, that are different, that are drawing attention, and can you draw stuff out of that industry and bring it into yours? Then you're going to be an innovator, right? You just think, how many of your competitors are looking outside the market? Let's say that most of my viewers are massage therapists. So how many of your competitors are looking outside the massage industry for marketing ideas, for concepts, for ideas, for service, for like, who's doing it? So if you can sort of just open up, get out of the myopic view of what your little industry is doing, take a big look at a bigger picture, then you can start to be quite innovative and bring in new stuff, right? New and different. New and different is always going to get people's attention. Okay, always going to get people's attention. I'll give you an example about new and different. Where do you think the roll-on deodorant came from? Right, good old roll-on deodorant. Very basic. Okay, that actually came from a ballpoint pen. So somebody went out there, looked outside of the deodorant market and found a ballpoint pen, so like the ball that was delivering ink to the page, and then designed a deodorant system with a ball that would deliver deodorant to the skin. Okay, so the roll-on deodorant actually came from a concept that was completely outside of that field. But look how successful that was. And we see this time and time again. Some of the most successful innovations and inventions and creations come from taking something that is from the outside, bringing it in and adapting it and molding it into something new. Okay. So there's just some ideas for you there. So you please step away from just simply plodding along and following the crowd. The only thing that's going to happen there is that you're just going to blend in. The other problem too is that once you're seen as being the same as others, any bad press you will also sort of get. You'll sort of inherit that because you were part of that industry. So when somebody does something wrong or even just perception wise, they say, okay, deep tissue massage really hurts. And so people just think, okay, because you're doing deep tissue massage, you're going to hurt them. And that may not even be the case. Like we know that there's a lot of deep tissue techniques that are actually quite painless when they're applied correctly. So people can get make an assumption, get a preconceived idea about your business. And if you just sort of lump yourself in there, then they're already sort of judging you based on that. You've got to put yourself in a situation where you're not in a box, where you can't be compared to anybody, where your services are seen as new and your services are seen as different, so that they can't compare you. They can't say, I've already done that or I've already tried that. They're going to go, well, that's different. I wonder what that's about. And once again, it can't be so different that it's off the planet and people have no idea what you're doing, but it's got to be different enough just to grab their attention, separate you. So once you separate yourself, then they can't compare anything about you. They also can't compare your price. So you can start to charge more. You have total control over your market, because now you set yourself apart. Okay. So there you go. That's the training for the day.